Hey guys, last video for tonight. This is the ugly ass version of the Dayton Lasko. I've been referring to it as the Japanese version, even though they're all made in Japan. There are some differences that I've discussed in the previous videos, but I'll discuss again. The blades have more rounded tips and rolled edges, has the Sanyo style lower canopy, and a ball socket upper canopy with the same mounting bracket that's used on Sears Laskos. So you can see the switch is broken. Somebody rigged it with this twist tie to hold it in place, and I'm going to try to cycle through the speeds with that. Then we'll put a switch cap on it and use the wall control. So we got the amp meter, the wall control. It's set to low, so right now we're just going to turn the wall control to high, fan to low. It's drawing 0.35 amps at the moment. Now it's 0.34. It's funny how different these look without the switch cap. There was a mechanic shop that my dad used to always take his car to, and originally they had two of these fans that I've never been able to identify. They were GE vent, polished brass, with wood blades, 4 wood blades, and ball socket canopies, but the side bands of the motors were fake wood. And you can tell it was like a metal fake wood, like some bookshelves from the 70s or something like that. And then they also had a 36-inch 4-blade blender fan. Interestingly enough, the 4-blade blender fan was in the middle of the shop, even though it was smaller. The wood-bladed thing was off to the right. And there was another wood-bladed thing in the area with the where the cashier and all that. And the wood-bladed thing in the garage always ran really slow, like a bad capacitor. And one day I came in and it was replaced with something that looked basically like this. It wasn't this version, it was the version with the regular canopies and the regular blades. But they never put the switch cap on it. And for some reason, my entire lifetime, I never realized that it was the same thing as a Dayton Lasko. Well, I mean, I didn't know what they were, any of them were at the time. I didn't know it was the same thing as the fans that I loved. So, let's see if I can do this with the camera. This is going to be hard. I'm trying to switch it to medium. There we go. We're at 0.53 and medium. Okay, I'm going to switch it to high. We're not going to stay at high long because there's no need. We're going to get high the next go round. But high is 0.81. It's rated at 0.83. I'm going to turn it off with the control. We'll spin it up to full high speed later. Here we go. Here's a switch cap I stole off another fan. And this is the actual nut that went to it. You can see it needs to be cleaned. So, again, I don't have enough hands for this. So let's see if I can, I guess I'll just have to set the phone down. Sorry guys. It's not ideal, but not even wanting to fit on there. I'm determined. Wonder why that is. Could be because of the twist tie method that somebody else used. Twist tie could be getting in the way. I'm gonna try. Okay, I can at least turn the phone up. This will work better. I'm using the nut off of the nope, because then part of the first nut is broken off in there. I don't want to break off the second nut in there. Let's just see what I can do here. Man, this is not should have tried this before being on camera. Well, or not on camera at the moment. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm going to have to look for something to make that work. I need like a little washer or something to go in between, because the problem is there's part of the old nut broke off inside, so I can't use the old nut, but the new one won't go in all the way because of the part of the old that's broken off inside. Again, this would be a lot easier to tackle if I wasn't trying to deal with the camera, trying to do it on the ceiling. If I had this on the bench and could take my time. Oops, almost dropped it. It would be a lot easier. I had one of these, the one that's hanging in the shop downstairs, got completely smashed up in shipping to the point where it was pretty much unrecognizable, and I just methodically glued it back together. Come on. Okay, well here's what we're going to do for now, because none of these options... Oops, the camera's not even looking at the ceiling anymore, I'm sorry. Okay, this is just what it's going to be for now. It's on there part way. That's as much as we can hope for. It's a little bit bigger gap than it would normally be there. Okay, so let's start it with low of the control. And much like the one we measured earlier, we are at 1/4 of an amp. It's raining gently outside. In the last video, it was raining like a hurricane. Okay, let's go to medium low. Medium low is 0.56 amps, which is, or 0.55, just as I moved it away. Nope, back and forth. Which is a fraction higher than what the medium speed would be with the control. I don't think that lower canopy actually looks as bad as I thought it did, at least not from this angle. I was really prepared to hate it. I know I've seen these in pictures and hated them, but in person it's not as bad as I thought. Be interested to see if these blades are any different in terms of air movement or speed, because they are a different shape. Okay, let's go medium high. Medium high, we're at 0.81, which is insane because high is very close to that. We're at 0.80, 0.79, but still, looks like, just like the other one, there's not going to be much difference between medium high and high. So in that case, let's make it high. We're at 0.81. 0.80. 0.79, it's almost exactly the same. Let's see if I can even stand underneath this thing. I don't want to get my head chopped off. I feel some air over here, not a lot. This is going to be different to judge than the other ones because it's on a much longer down rod. It's just the down rod that was on this one. At least we can get to see it from above. Limbo under it. And spin down. I didn't notice any real performance difference with these blades. Again, it's hard to tell because of the difference in height. I assumed it would be a little bit slower because I assumed it would be more material, and therefore the blades would be heavier. Also, I don't know what having a thicker edge does for aerodynamics. I would think it would detract, but that's not my field. Okay, so I've officially decided that I like the Japanese version as well. Of course, if I had spare canopies from like a household Japanese Lasko, I would definitely swap them out. But I'm not going to write these off entirely. So I got to see what I can do. The ones with the missing or broken switches might just end up being one-speed fans. There are worse fates. Or I could figure out how to mount a conventional pull chain in there. The difficult part is going to be finding missing switch caps. I don't know of any source for anything that looks remotely appropriate, even if you don't have the hole in it for the counter. I think the rounded blades are definitely less cool looking, but on the other hand, I think they make it look a little bit more like a normal fan. Okay, that's all the videos for tonight. I am not anticipating any videos tomorrow, but there will be more Monday. Thanks for watching.